Our wildlife pond with a built-in Hibernaculum by UK Amphibians and All Things Wildlife. Part 28. Our wildlife pond tour in April 2023. It's the 18th of April 2023. It's 14 degrees outside and nice and sunny. This is the best time for our tadpoles to thrive in our wildlife pond. Looking around the wildlife pond, you can see the tadpoles thriving in the lovely sun. As it's nice and warm today, and shown on the weather forecast it's going to be sunny all day today, the tadpoles are going to love this in the wildlife pond. You can see them really lively, and that's with the help of the sun that warms them up and makes them really active today. This purple species of plant here is Anemone blanda. It looks like the red tulips are getting ready to start to flower soon. This plant here is the garlic mustard plant. Here's some more red tulips getting to flower in the pond. And in the pond itself we have a nice yellow flower for the marsh marigold. You can see the yellow flag iris starting to grow up in the pond, and around the pond is an orange primula starting to grow. And we have a nice lily pad. Hopefully the flowers will come out for the lilies this year. It'll be lovely to see in the pond. This plant here is a red campion plant, which will soon be flowering round the edges of the pond. This plant here is a forget-me-not plant. So looking in the pond, we're starting to get a bit more of an algae bloom. This is caused by the warmer and hot weather and the sun we've had lately. Hopefully the tadpoles will eat most of it. Here's another red tulip getting ready to flower soon. And here is some wild majorum starting to grow in the pond. And here is some Yaris plant starting to grow. That is a lovely nice flower on that attracts the bees and butterflies. The yellow flag iris is starting to grow around the edges of the pond and in the middle of the pond too. And here we have a lovely cowslip plant with some lovely yellow flowers on it. So looking closely in the pond, this is a yellow flag iris growing out. You can see a lot of the pond weeds have gone quite a bit mushy and got a lot of algae growing on it with the hot sun that we've had lately. It's the 20th of April 2023 and it's 12 degrees outside, sunny at the moment but starting to get a little bit cloudy with outbreaks of sun later on the day. So the yellow cowslips are starting to flower nicely now around the edges of the pond. It's not as sunny today, so there's not as many tadpoles about, but it's getting to that stage now where the tadpoles will be more free swimming in the pond, eating on algae matter and dead plant matter. As you can see, there's one tadpole here, there's another one there. So the tadpoles will be spreading all around the pond now, feeding on the algae. Something unfortunately has chopped the head off my tulip plant, so that won't be flowering now. Can you guess what this could be? And leave it in the comment section below. I've got a good idea what it is, but I'd like to hear from some of my subscribers their advice if they've come across this in the past. If they can let me know what might be cutting the heads off my tulip flowers. And here's another damaged tulip flower with the looks of things, doing the same, chopping the heads off my lovely red tulip flowers, which is rather disappointing. So if you can let me know in the comment section below what you think is doing this to my tulip flowers, it'd be nice to hear everyone's opinions. Like I said, I've got a good idea what it could be, but I'd like to hear from my lovely subscribers what they think will be chopping the heads off my tulip flowers. This is one of my lovely red campion plants getting ready to flower soon. As you can see, some of my tulips are starting to flower, and in the pond we can see quite a few tadpoles knocking about, swimming freely in the pond. Remember the toad spawn that was laid earlier this month? Well, here it is. As you can see, it's started to develop a lot better, and there will be a few free swimming toad tadpoles in the pond now. Around the edges of the pond, you can see where the sandy areas are. I have thrown a few wildflower seeds in a few days ago to try and get some more wildflowers growing around the edges of the pond too. Here's another marsh marigold starting to flower with its lovely yellow flowers. And here we have another tulip head that's been chopped off. If you're new to our channel and never saw our first part 1 on how we built the wildlife pond and its built-in Hibernaculum, this area here is all the Hibernaculum area, and if you search for part 1 in our videos, it will show you the complete pond build and how we built the whole Hibernaculum area. It's now the 27th of April 2023, and today around the wildlife pond we spot a lovely orange tip butterfly on its favourite host plant, which is the garlic mustard plant. The female will lay the eggs on this plant on top of the the flowers here, as what happens is once the caterpillar hatches, it will eat all the seeds off the plant. You don't eat the leaves, it just eats the seeds on the plant. The female orange-tipped butterfly will lay one single egg on one single plant. It's the very same day on the 27th of April, a little later on, and it's 12 degrees outside today and rather cloudy. Finally, what's left of my red tulips around the edge of the pond, they are starting to flower and looking lovely. The yellow cowslips are looking really nicely too. And how's the frog spawn or the tadpoles getting on in the pond? They've all disappeared with the looks of things. So it's that time for them to make the journey around in the pond, eating on all the algae, eating on dead food matter. Here we have a few here. They will also eat tropical fish flake if you feed them that. Any dead insects that drop in the pond, they will eat them too. So tadpoles, if you didn't know already, will feed on a variety of things. Looking in the pond, you can't see that many tadpoles today, but it is cloudy. Once the sun comes out and warms it up, you will see a lot more things that are lively in the pond, especially the tadpoles will be moving more freely in the pond, as well as other amphibians and pond life too. Here it looks like we have a lovely bluebell starting to flower. And these lovely flowers here are from our lovely cuckoo flower, which is also called lady smock. This is also a host plant for the butterfly we saw earlier, the orange-tipped butterfly. The toad spawn is still developing nicely in the pond. The marsh marigold has some lovely yellow flowers in the pond too. We have some more marsh marigold growing here with the yellow flowers coming out. Walking around the edges of the pond, all the tulips are starting to flower their lovely red flowers too. But looking in the pond, you can still see there's quite a bit of algae bloom starting to form with the hot sun we've had lately. Obviously not today, it's cloudy today, but we have had a lot of hot sun lately. This is one of our honesty plants growing around the edges of the pond. The plant with the white flower is the garlic mustard plant. And you can just see some buds on top of that flower there. That is the red campion flower. Well, thanks for watching part 28, everyone. Hit the notification button, subscribe if you haven't, for when part 29 comes out, which is really soon. Also, if you haven't seen how we built this wildlife pond with its built-in Hibernaculum, click on part 1 of our videos and you will see the complete pond build of where we built the Hibernaculum and the full wildlife pond. This is in part 1. Thanks for watching. Please give us a like and comment on all our videos, and don't forget to subscribe to see more amazing content like this by UK Amphibians and all things wildlife today.